Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth celebrated Thanksgiving in full force yesterday with food and toy drives across the state. And we take a look at the process behind raising the perfect turkey.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. It is 6:33 on November 24th, 2023. Let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning.
Well, Madison, we're so far so good. A little fog out there in some locations, near zero visibility up toward Moorhead along I-64 this morning. But again, not too many people traveling the interstates, maybe traveling the back roads this morning to get to those shopping centers. It is Black Friday and everybody looking for some deals. Now, some stores may not be open yet, but we know that we're getting ready to go here in just a minute to Jack Demler down in Corbin at JCPenney. They've been going since 5 o'clock. But again, I-64 near Moorhead this morning, about 32, so a little chilly up there as we continue our trek across the region. And we're even seeing some 20s out there, 29 in Irvin, 29 in Clintwood, but 41 up on the ridge at the National Weather Service office in Jackson, 38 in Pikeville, 36 in Somerset to start this Black Friday morning. So let's talk about that. Black Friday and small business Saturday. Don't forget that going on tomorrow. There's going to stay dry for us. Rain chances will start to increase ahead of a cold front coming into play on Sunday and Sunday night. And it's going to be breezy and chilly at times as we head into next week. I'll talk more about all that, kind of track it out for you coming up in just a few minutes. Madison.
Brandon, thank you. The early morning hours were met with some eager shoppers, with people taking in the day early to take home some deals. WYMT's Jack Demler is in Corbin, where many people were waiting for hours.
Madison, good morning and happy Black Friday. When I first got here, roughly at about 4 o'clock before the doors opened at JCPenney here in Corbin, this parking lot was nearly empty. Now, if you take a look behind, you can sort of see, but the parking lot is nearly full. As soon as the doors open, plenty of shoppers taking advantage of these Black Friday deals. Just when you think Cyber Monday has sort of taken over Black Friday, a lot of people here in Corbin especially still prefer that in-person shopping experience on what many consider to be the biggest shopping day of the year. I got the chance to speak to one of those shoppers about why they continue to show up in person on Black Friday.
I think it's the tradition, really, you know, getting to be there in person, and like I said, getting to share this with my daughter it's the greatest.
And as you just heard, Stephanie got the chance to bring her daughter Lee on her first ever Black Friday shopping experience. I'm sure it's an experience they will remember forever, no doubt. In Corbin, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Thank you, Jack. For many, today is only the start of the shopping season as Cyber Monday approaches. Yesterday in Laurel County, a body was found in a ditch. The Laurel County coroner says that the body was found along Sally Branch Road. The body has not been identified at this time, but has been sent to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort. The coroner believes the body is a man in his late 30s. He adds that while the death is under investigation, there is no evidence of trauma on the body. While the holidays are filled with joy and happiness, that may not be the case for families that are in need of resources like food, money, or shelter. But with help from the South Central Kentucky community, a variety of organizations and events, there are several ways for families to have a joyful holiday season. One of those events is the annual Hand It to a Hero Toy Drive. This annual toy drive is provided to the community by the United States Marine Corps. They will be given to children this Christmas.
Every year we see individuals, especially young kids, that are in situations that, you know, hopefully that they won't be in the future, and this is able to help them kind of get through a little bit of this, especially during this time of year. You know, it's a special time of year. Everybody's getting with family, and we want to make sure that every kid has a little something to open up on Christmas morning.
The event will be November 25th with all toys donated going towards the Toys for Tots program. Plenty of organizations around the region provided meals to folks in need yesterday, organizing dinner giveaways for anyone that needed one. The Elks Lodge in Ashland got started around 11 yesterday morning, and it was a busy time right from the beginning. Volunteers were on hand to hand out turkey and stuffing, and of course, pumpkin pie to top it all off. The Salvation Army in Lexington hosted their annual Thanksgiving dinner for the community. Organizers say with the line wrapped around the building, they were able to feed more than 300 people yesterday. The Salvation Army has been hosting this dinner for 35 years. They also had some special guests stop by. UK men's basketball team stopped by to the event to help serve meals to community members.
So many people out here that support us, come to our games, but there's a lot of people that we don't come in contact with and that benefit from something like this. So I think for us to be able to see that and just to be a part of it is awesome.
Volunteers say they are glad they were able to give blessings to people this Thanksgiving. A small restaurant in Irvin used Thanksgiving to give back to a community they say has supported them since day one. The owner of Backstreet Grub, Aaron Abney, says a customer recommended that he start a giving board this season. The giving board is a way for people to pay for someone's hot meal in advance. Abney adds that they have already been able to feed 20 community members through the giving board, and they have no plans of getting rid of it.
We had one yesterday call from Florida to donate, and so that's crazy to think that somebody in Florida has seen our giving board.
Abney says he hopes to see more restaurants start providing meals through a giving board. Thousands of runners participated in the Thoroughbred Classic 5K yesterday morning. Organizers say it was one of their biggest races yet, with 2,800 runners. They took on the course at Keeneland. The 5K raises money for several local charities. In past years, the race says it has been able to donate more than $40,000.
We've got 17 different nonprofits that are going to receive the proceeds of the race. The Lexington running community has just been fantastic.
This was the 40th year for the race, and organizers say they have no plans to slow down. The U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates nearly 46 million turkeys are eaten on Thanksgiving. A Thanksgiving turkey is usually a broad-breasted white turkey, which can weigh between 12 and 20 pounds. Sam Yoder, owner of the Jolly Barnyard, says their turkey raising process takes about 14 weeks. Though by the beginning of November, many have already been butchered and are getting ready to be shipped out for dinner.
Our main buyers pick them up there, and then the few that we sell to individuals, we will deliver them closer to Thanksgiving. At this point, they're frozen. The reason for freezing is just the logistics of the time management between time they get butchered to the time they need to be cooked and eaten.
Yoder says during peak season, the farm can have over 1,000 turkeys on the property.
.641 here on this Friday morning. We continue to track the roads and not a whole lot of action out there. Looks like we might actually be seeing a little bit of moon over Whitesburg Pine Mountain this morning. You can kind of see the light up there on the top of the roadway, US 119. So again, could be a little bit cooler in spots out there. It's 29 in Clintwood, 29 in Irvin, but 41 in Jackson. It all depends on where you are this morning to see if you're seeing those clouds or not. Some spots several degrees warmer, some spots several degrees colder. The winner on the warm side is Jackson at 6 degrees warmer, and the winner on the cold side is Harlan at 5 degrees cooler this morning. Next 12 hours up to about 51 today, maybe just a little bit better if we see some more sunshine, but overall it's going to be a fairly nice day for Black Friday. It's going to stay dry for a couple more days. I'll tell you when some rain returns coming up in just a few minutes. Madison.
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, we take a look at the warning signs and symptoms of a mysterious illness affecting dogs across the country.